my name is Sjef. I'm Dutch, but I live currently in Brazil, and I'm 32 years old.
And what is your story? How did you feel when you were younger?
I think around 5 years ago I started to get problems. I felt that my belly was a little bit swollen. I get headaches. I felt depressed. I have many symptoms. A lot of diarrhea, a lot of anxiety. You know, I was not very sure of myself and not also very sure socially. Those are few of the symptoms I had that made me think about, hey, is something wrong maybe with my health?
Okay. And how did you go about it? What did you do in the beginning?
Yeah, so at the moment I told myself, okay, this is not good. I went to doctors and they diagnosed me and they said you have chronic bowel disease, something between IBS and Crohn's disease. And I, at that moment, you know, and they said that the doctor said that it always comes with a lot of secondary symptoms.
Okay.
So you have to imagine that I could not bike anymore. You know, I had difficulty to drive a car. You know, I never laughed anymore. I was always very serious. I could not enjoy life. Sports and you know, games were difficult because I was always very tired. So I got this diagnosis, and it was a big shock for me because something chronic on my age. Yeah, then you know you lose your life. You know, everything is very dark. Your future becomes very dark. So that's what I did. So what I wanted to do to solve it is first I tried all the regular medical advice and pills and antibiotics and treatments, and you imagine until there was a point that they suggested that they should operate my bowels, remove a part, and that I should take antispasmodic drugs for the rest of my life.
Wow.
And that for me was a bridge too far. So I went and looked into the alternative corners, and then you have to think about homeopathy, acupressure, puncture, many other things. Like I even did liver flushes and kidney cleansings.
Okay, you tried it all.
I tried it all, you know, but nothing helps. Even I got worse with every new diet I tried.
Right.
You know, so I only got worse and worse until the moment I was only 44 kilos. And imagine I'm a guy of 185 meters. So yeah.
And how long ago is that?
That was about 4 years ago. Yeah. So then when I was really desperate, because you have to imagine if you are 44 kilos, you don't do a lot of things anymore. I mean, I was laying big part of the time on the couch, looking movies. That was only one of the few things I could do. Even reading was too tiring for me. I could not go to work anymore because I did not have the energy, and I could not function. I could not function socially. I could not think clearly. There were clouds in my mind everywhere. So I was at home and I thought life was over. But I always say, at least now I say, that when you are on your deepest point and you are very desperate, then there is also the time for new hope. So, and I'm a survival guy. I always have been. I'm always positive, so I always believe there is a solution. Even then I believed it, although there was a moment that I doubted. Yes.
Can you tell about what you used to work with?
Yes. At that time I used to work in the animal industry. I worked for a big company that produces animal feed in the world. At that time I was manager in a company that produces chickens. yeah, what we did is we bred the chickens that are the parents or the grandparents of the chicken fillet that you can buy in the supermarket. Yes.
Okay.
So that's what I did at that moment.
Yeah.
So at the moment when I was sick, I could not even do that anymore. But 8 years long I worked for that company. Yes.
Okay. And what was the turning point? What did you do?
Yeah. So I was looking on internet, because on internet you can find really good things, and things that you cannot get in the country that I lived at that moment was the Netherlands. There were no books available about self-healing, something like that. So I found out about the website of David Klein, Self-Healing from Crohn's and Colitis, and there was a book, and that book it's some kind of manual how you can self-heal from bowel diseases. Yeah. So the first time I read that book, it was too extreme for me. I thought, no, I'm not going to, eat only plants the rest of my life. I cannot do that, because I was on a regular diet. The whole my life I ate meat, cheese, eggs, animal products, fat, everything. Chips, I love potato chips. I still like the taste.
I have a problem with that as well for some reason.
Hamburgers, I like it, and the taste is really good. So the first time I saw the book, I think this is a bridge too far for me. But then I became more desperate and I became more sick, and then I gave the book a new chance and I really tried it. Mm-hmm. And then when I was trying it and when I believed that I could heal myself with it, then I was going up again instead of down. Yes.
Right. So when you started eating, was it fruit mainly, or?
Yes, I started to eat mainly fruit, and mainly called safe food, so foods that are very easy to digest, and mainly banana, mango, peaches, nectarines, I think, apples without the peels. I started like that, so that is very gentle for the body. It has enzymes to digest itself. It has water, pure water inside for hydration, and in that way, and this fruit I could digest, and I felt good on it, and I felt that it was not that heavy, and it was better than before.
And how long have you been eating like that?
Now I've been eating like that 3.5 years, more than 3.5 years, non-stop. Yes. And
how do you feel today?
Today I'm great. I just finished my first half marathon in below 1 hour and 40 minutes, which is not really bad for a first marathon. 10 kilometers I run with below 40 minutes. So I'm really glad with that. I can do push-ups, so I'm physically I can do more than when I was 16 or 18, and I'm 32 now. So I'm happy with that. Also, this lifestyle made me aware that you can create your own destiny. So I choose to not choose for the path that everyone chooses, that is have a job, earn money, get a relationship, maybe get children, get a house, and pay the mortgage for the rest of your life. For me there was no really adventure in it, and now I notice that you have a big influence on what you can achieve in the future. So then I decided, okay, what do I dream about, and it took a while before I found it out, because I never thought like that. And I thought, okay, what is my deepest dream? And then I thought, okay, my deepest dream is to live in a quiet place, live in nature, produce my own food, live with people I love, live with the woman I love, and do the things I love. And so I decided together with my wife to quit our jobs and move to Brazil.
Wow.
Yeah, and so right now I'm living more or less 6-7 months per year in Brazil, and the rest of the time I'm or back in the Netherlands, or I travel around the world, because that's also a big dream of me, and really nice for fruitarian people or people who are really interested in this diet to discover new ways and new fruits and new people.
Very nice. Are there still some symptoms that you still have, or are you completely healed from the bowel problems?
Yes, I think most of the symptoms I have disappeared, although my digestion, I cannot eat everything that people, and I know many friends of me that are on this diet that eat also the 80-10-10 lifestyle or the natural hygiene diet, that have no problems to digest big amounts of greens, for example. And for me, I have to be a little bit careful with that. Some rough greens like kale I can eat, but not every day. I try to avoid, so I go for softer. But in general, it's gone. I have no symptoms, and it's improving every day. The few symptoms I still have.
Brilliant. Do you have an advice for somebody in your situation? A final advice?
You mean in the situation that they are sick?
That you used to have. If somebody's ill like you were, what should they do?
I think first of all you have to realize that there is a solution, and that's very hopeful, and that you can create your own future, and there is a way out of this. But you have to get your mental thoughts, you have to be strong to do so, because many people have bowel problems. I think only in the Netherlands it's around 100,000 people who have chronic bowel problems, and I am only one of the few that self-healed from these bowel problems, because I know the people in the Netherlands that are in this lifestyle and that came from bowel problems, and it's only few. So it means that you have to believe that there is a solution, go for it, read the books, even if it sounds crazy, start doing it, because the other option is to be sick the rest of your life. And if you can see, if you look at me, I don't look sick. I am a happy guy. I have the life I always dreamt to have, and now I'm creating something positive in the world. Yes, instead of feeling bad and considering myself more as a problem.
Great. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Louise. It was a pleasure to talk with you.
You're welcome.
Okay.